the entire world is waiting for to end the war between United States and Iran, and no one knows how this ends. Day by day, the situation is becoming more intense. Talks were also held between the USA and Iran to stop the war, and those discussions took place in Pakistan. On August 8th, both sides agreed to a temporary ceasefire, a pause in the war for 2 weeks. They thought it would end in just 2 days, quick, controlled, over before it even escalated. But even after 40 days, the war didn't stop. Donald Trump decided to pause the war for a few days. Maybe, just maybe, something could be worked out through diplomacy in the meantime. So, Operation Epic Fury was put on hold, and the United States stepped into negotiations. And why did Iran agree to the ceasefire? For one simple reason: time. Time to rebuild their military, time to prepare again, and time to protect their infrastructure before more bombs could fall from the United States. To protect themselves, this ceasefire will last until April 21st. That means, over these 2 weeks, both countries have come to the table, hoping the war can finally come to a stop. The talks took place in Islamabad, at the Serena Hotel, on April 11th and April 12th. For nearly 21 hours, both sides sat across the table, trying to find a way out of the war. From the United States, Vice President J.D. Vance attended. And from Iran, Parliamentary Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, along with Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, were present. All of it for one goal: to reach a final peace agreement and end the war. Now, let's first talk about the United States. The United States came with clear demands they placed right in front of Iran, and Vice President J.D. Vance made one thing very clear. This is the administration's final and best offer. Out of all the points, 3 stood out as the most important for the United States. Number 1, nuclear program restrictions. Iran must never build a nuclear bomb, not now, not in the future. To make that clear, the U.S. issued a firm warning. There must be strict limits, tight control, and continuous monitoring, so that at no point can Iran move closer to becoming a nuclear-armed nation. The demand went further. For the next 20 years, Iran must completely stop uranium enrichment, because to build a nuclear weapon, enriched uranium is essential. Without it, a nuclear bomb cannot be made. That's why this condition became central. Cut off the source, and the threat is contained. For them, it wasn't realistic. It wasn't acceptable. So Iran pushed back. Instead of 20 years, they offered only 5 years. A shorter pause, a temporary compromise. U.S. demanded Iran already has around 400 kilograms of enriched uranium. America demanded that all of it must be completely removed from the country. And not just that. Major nuclear facilities, Natanz, Fordo, and Isfahan, must be fully dismantled, destroyed, so they can never be used again. Number 2, the Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz. Since the war began, Iran has blocked this critical route. But here's the reality. Nearly 20% of the world's oil passes through this single path. When it's blocked, oil prices rise, and the entire global economy starts to shake. So the U.S. made a clear demand. Open the Strait of Hormuz immediately. No restrictions, no control. Every international ship must be allowed to pass freely. U.S. made it clear those tolls must stop completely. The third demand is Iran should stop funding to groups like Hezbollah, Hamas, Houthis. Iran must cut off all support to these groups completely. And along with all this, another major condition: Iran must scale down its ballistic missile program. In response to America's 15-point plan, Iran placed their own 10-point proposal on the table. And just like the U.S., even Iran focused on some major demands. First, sanctions and frozen assets. For years, the United States has imposed heavy economic sanctions on Iran. So Iran made it clear: remove all sanctions, primary, secondary, every single one. But that's not all. Iran also has billions of dollars frozen in other countries. Around $120 billion locked away in places. Iran demanded to release that money immediately. And also, because of this war, Iran's infrastructure has been destroyed. So Iran asked for full compensation. Pay for the damage, that was their stand. Strait of Hormuz control. Iran didn't agree with America here. They said, if you don't pay for the damage, this route stays under our control. And not just control. Iran insisted on their right to collect toll fees from ships passing through. Around $2 million per ship to rebuild the country, to recover from the destruction of war. And this is where things get intense. Because what America wants, and what Iran demands, are completely opposite directions. So the real question is, who will bend first? Iran didn't just respond, they pushed back, hard. Along with their earlier demands, they added more conditions. They said military operations by the US and Israel in countries like Lebanon, Iraq, and Yemen must stop immediately. Third, nuclear rights. This is where everything becomes serious. Iran made their position very clear. Uranium enrichment for peaceful energy is our legitimate right. A matter of sovereignty, a matter of national pride. So Iran refused to back down. Their nuclear infrastructure will never be dismantled. Not now, not ever. And they added one more condition. The United States must guarantee that it will never attack Iran again in the future. As a compromise, Iran said they are willing to pause uranium enrichment for 5 years. So this is where both sides stand. The US with its demands, Iran with its conditions. On many points, they came close to agreement. But on one issue, everything gets stuck. One issue that could decide peace or war. Nuclear weapons. This is where the conflict becomes even sharper. The United States says, hand over the 400 kilograms of enriched uranium you already have. Stop uranium enrichment for 20 years. Open the Strait of Hormuz, and in return, we will lift sanctions and provide money for reconstruction. But Iran stands firm. We will not give up our uranium. For them, this isn't just about weapons, it's about rights, about sovereignty. Nuclear capability is our right. We have fought for this for 47 years. We have endured sanctions, pressure, isolation for decades. We won't let all those sacrifices go to waste. As a compromise, Iran repeats, we can pause uranium enrichment, but only for 5 years. Iran made it clear, pay for our reconstruction, or we will collect toll fees from every ship passing through the Strait of Hormuz. But even after 21 hours of intense negotiations, there was no breakthrough. Because at the core, their differences were too deep. A fundamental mismatch, and just like that, the talks collapsed. When will this war actually stop? There are 2 crucial dates that could decide everything. Date 1, April 16th. A second round of peace talks is scheduled in Pakistan. If a deal is reached here, the war could end immediately. One agreement, and everything changes. Date 2, April 21st. This is the deadline. The 2-week ceasefire ends on this day. If no deal is finalized before this, the pause is over, and the war could return, full scale, more intense than before. What needs to be resolved? For the war to stop, 2 major issues must be solved. 1, the nuclear gap. The United States says, stop uranium enrichment for 20 years. Iran says, we'll only agree to 5 years. Somewhere in between, a compromise has to be found. 2, the 400 kilogram uranium issue. The US demands, hand over the 400 kilograms of enriched uranium. But Iran refuses. For them, it's not just material, it's power, it's security, it's survival. And until these 2 points are resolved, peace stays out of reach. The clock is ticking. April 16th, April 21st, 2 dates, 1 decision, war or peace. Conclusion. Right now, the world is walking on a knife's edge. If no deal is reached before April 21st, the ceasefire ends. And the war could begin again, even more dangerous than before. So now the question is, who will step back? Will the United States soften its conditions? Or will Iran finally give in? What do you think? Who will compromise first? Let me know your thoughts in comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and press the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Thank you for watching the video.